Okay, y'all, so we under here on the 93 Silverado, and we are changing out the transmission pan gasket and filter. So right now, in order to do that, you gotta remove these two bolts right here from the cross member. If you got a cross member like me, I'm looking on YouTube and hardly no one has the cross member. You got to remove those two bolts. You got a stud under here, you got to remove that bolt. And then you got a bolt right there and a bolt right there. You got to get those out so we can get to these magical bolts that this cross member is blocking right here. So we're gonna get those out. 18 for these, 15 for this, 15 for those. So we down here getting at it. Y'all give me a second, let me get these out. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, we back under the 93 Silverado. So if you got the cross member and you're trying to do the oil pan gasket, remember, there's one under the bottom. Get that off. It's a washer and nut. You got two on the top going into that housing. Now, it might those bolts might not come out. Get you get a piece of wood, block under there, some level, jack it up a little bit. You can see the separation right there from the bracket and the cross member. Just jack it up a little bit. You can get those bolts right on out. That way we can slide this cross member and get to that transmission. And then might even try to replace that. I'm gonna see how good I can do that. But again, y'all on the OBS's, remember, might have to jack it up a little bit to get those two bolts out, but that's where they are right there at the top. And I'm gonna get back on it, keeping y'all on the how-to on the OBS. We're gonna do the oil pan gasket, and we also gonna do the filter today. But this is just for my people who got those cross members. I've been seeing people with them. I haven't seen nobody do a video with them. I've seen everybody with no cross member. But this is it right here. Be back to y'all in a minute. All right, y'all, we back with the 93 Chevy Silverado. So I got the cross member out the way. So what I did was I took my jack, flat piece of wood, that's a cutting board, got him out. Boom. He was looking old, crushed. So we went on, and got him out of there. And now we got these back bolts exposed. So we can go on and remove this, replace our gasket and our filter, get that out of there. And then, you know, I jack it back up a little bit, just a little bit, not a lot, and get this back in place to put the new one on. I just ran down the Summit. Just went and go and got a new one. So we're gonna go and get it. Oh, mosquitoes is out, it's getting crazy. So we're just gonna go and get him in. After we gonna get that, got the new, we putting the Moroso gasket on. We're putting the Moroso gasket on, so I'll be back to y'all in a minute. I'm finna drop this. See, I got my cardboard everywhere. I'm finna drop this pan and get that new gasket on, get that filter replaced, y'all. But remember, jack this up a little bit. Get this mount out if you want to change it. If not, just jack it up a little bit. Take the two bolts out the top out, and then you can just slide this back. You can just slide this cross member back. That way you can get those bolts. All right, y'all, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, y'all, so it took me had to come out here this morning and finish it up. Getting this in was a little bit of a challenge. You're gonna have to be careful and jack your pan up a little bit higher because the old one is gonna be a lot smaller than the new one. The mount got fresh bushing, so got that Moroso gasket in. reusable. Don't over tighten. And we looking good. Cleaned up the pan a little bit. We looking good on there. That's that transmission mount, y'all. And we got the gasket in. But just remember, y'all get something flat to go up under that pan so you don't bend it up. You gotta jack it up to get those bolts out. These are 2 bolts at the top. This is if you have the cross member under the pan and you can't get to your transmission pan. This is 93 OBS, y'all. Little work. I'm on the ground, so it's a lot harder, but this is it. Appreciate y'all for watching.